Hi, my name is Nicole, licensed clinician, and we're here talking about everyday things that impact our mental health and fitness. So, I'm going to continue from my previous video about parenting and talk about this idea of letting them have some control in decision making. So, there might be times where something just has to get done, right? We have to change your diaper and then go to grandma's house, and that's it. And we have to do it now. I try to set the expectation ahead of time. Like I'll tell him the plan for the day. I'll remind him a little bit before, and then I'll say, okay, it's time to go change your diaper now. And then I'll ask him, do you want to walk or do you want mommy to pick you up and take you? Depending on the context, he might be playing outside in his sandbox, in which case he's probably ignoring me, or he might be playing in the living room, in which case he's a little bit more like, oh, I'll walk. Okay, let's take my toys and go. If he's in the sandbox and he's playing and he's ignoring me, I'll ask him one more time. And then I'll say, okay, 1, 2, 3. And as I'm counting 1, 2, 3, I'm walking towards him calmly, slowly, not charging at him like I'm going to snatch him up or anything like that. And I'll say, okay, by the time I get there, if he hasn't started walking, then I'll say, it looks like you're having a hard time leaving because you're having a lot of fun. So let's grab your trucks and mommy will help you come inside. That's exactly what we do. Is he happy about it? No. But then we go inside and, we get things done and everything's okay after that. So it's really important to not ask the question if the answer has to be yes. Because when he says no, it doesn't mean anything, right? If I ask him, do you want to change your diaper and go to grandma's house? Well, I mean, if we have a day where that's an option and we don't have to do it, sure, ask him. If he says no, no. But if it's a day where we have to because she's watching him because I have to go to work and my husband's at work, then he doesn't have a choice. So if he says no and I just do it anyway, then the message that he is going to internalize is going to be, my voice does not matter. And when he is 20 years old, 30 years old, he's been talking to his therapist about exactly that feeling of my voice doesn't matter, and how that started with his parents and it followed him through the rest of his life. And I can guarantee you that it will follow him through the rest of his life because he's always going to subconsciously seek out situations in which his voice doesn't matter because that's familiar and that's what he knows how to deal with or how not to directly deal with. So if you want your kid to be the best equipped for life as possible, treat them the way that you want to be treated by a romantic partner, by your parent, by your siblings, by your friends, with respect, with support, with empathy, with connection, with connection. That's the biggest thing. I feel like we get kind of hung up on this terms of gentle parenting or conscious parenting or blah, 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 whatever. But ultimately it comes down to connection. Because if you're truly connected and in tune with your child, then you are going to be able to give them the support and to label their feelings for them and to help them grow into somebody who doesn't have two feelings, anger or happiness, right? Or anger or meh. Because let me tell you, that is no fun having to deal with in an adult when they're sitting in your chair, in your therapy chair, and you're trying to teach them emotions that they should have learned when they were infants, newborn, 1, 2, 3. Label their emotions. Hey, I get it. You're really frustrating because we have to leave right now. But your sandbox will be there tomorrow. And if it's nice out, we can come back outside tomorrow. Or, when daddy comes home later from work, you guys can come outside. No problem, right? But also allowing for that, hey, it is frustrating that you can't sit here and, watch TV all day or whatever the case may be, right? And encouraging them to think of other solutions. Oh man, I see that you're really trying to stack these blocks and they keep on falling down. What do you think we can do? And that's very frustrating, right? What do you think we can do to help, get them to like stack better. Maybe we move them off the carpet, or, whatever the case is, right? Have them also come to a solution. So you're identifying their emotion. Usually in this age, it's frustration at things or disappointment. And then you're giving them an opportunity for thinking of their own solution. Well, what can we do? We can't watch shows right now. What else can we do? Do you want to play with these cars? Do you want to play, color? Do you want to read a book? Maybe we can read a book. Let's go read a book. Why don't you go pick out a book? Okay, great. So I just leave you with that and encourage you to lead with connection when you're parenting your children. And in a couple of years, this world will be a much better place.